Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Jay.
Hey guys.
And Juan.
Hey.
And I'm Sean, and this is our theme music. But Juan, before you start your whatever the fuck you're going to say, I got something for Jay this time.
Not so long ago,
God damn.
Way up high, a robot named for you.
I'm kidding. That's not our theme music. But
no,
Jay,
it's Whitney and the Robot.
It is Whitney and the Robot. So last week when you mentioned it, when you mentioned it, I was like, this is pretty dope fucking theme music.
I think that's why I tried to tune in for the show.
It's actually it was pretty good. It was pretty good. But anyway,
plus the R2D2 knockoff was so blatant.
Yes, it was like a little fucking trash can shaped robot. But anyway, Juan, and this is our theme music. That's your cue, Juan. Oh, hey, cut that out. That's not our theme music. Welcome to the lyrics from last week.
Fuck you.
Oh, no. I'm glad to see the lyrics haven't evolved. And this is our theme music.
Fuck you.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, episode 5 of season 4. Episode 5 of season 4. Man, and getting ready for this week, I was again looking for news articles to share with you guys, but then Jay shared something very crazy that I didn't believe at the very, just yesterday? Was it yesterday, Jay, that you shared it? About Norm Macdonald. And he passed away at the age of 61, which is really fucking young, really young.
Yeah, I guess he was battling cancer for the last 10 years.
Yeah, which, I mean, fuck, man. I would have never in a million years have guessed that he was even doing, he had anything going on, even remotely.
Yeah, did you watch the Moth?
I did. How long ago was that?
I don't know. I think it was a couple years back. But that joke is like legendary now.
It's great because I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then he gets to the punchline of the joke, and it is so basic that I laugh for a very long time about that stuff. So
yeah, it's hilarious. It's almost like the aristocrats joke where the punchline is very basic, but the twists and turns that it takes just to get to that punchline, that's the fun part.
Yeah, the one I think what made it so much funnier, the moth joke that you sent, was just that Conan was like almost visibly getting irritated by how long it was taking him to get to the punchline of the joke. But so I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I found this other video that was done by Watch Mojo. They did it today, ironically enough. And I found that he just does a series of these kind of jokes. A series where he just kind of takes you way far left and then brings you back to maybe a simple premise, but it kills every fucking time.
Yeah, I watched one where this frog was asking for a bank loan. he told this story about a frog asking for a bank loan, and he said that he was talking to the bank lady. Her name is Mrs. Whack, and he was asking for a bank loan. And God, it's so stupid, but it's so funny, where he says, I'm a frog. My name is Kermit, and I want a loan. And he said that, my father is Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. And then she was talking to this teller, this lady, Miss Whack. I think her first name was Patty. And then she goes, I need to talk to the manager. And then she goes, talks to the manager, and then she tells him all of this stuff that he had told her. And then she goes, She's like, oh, he hands her this little pink elephant as collateral for his loan, and she didn't know what it was, so she takes it to the manager, and she asks him, "What is this?" And then he says, "Oh, this is a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give that frog a loan. His father's a Rolling Stone."
Oh my god, yeah. It's funny because he's like kind of known for doing stuff like that. In the video I watched, he made some very like sharp, pointed jokes about O.J. Simpson being guilty at on SNL as the
that's what he got fired for.
Yeah,
from
which
SNL.
I didn't realize that he was fired from SNL. I thought he had like moved on. Now I personally am not an SNL fan. But I like one particular sketch of from SNL, but I didn't realize he was fired from SNL, and I didn't realize that he was also fired from SNL for these jokes. However, they were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Did he get fired around the same time or in the same batch as Sandler or
oh no, he stayed after. He was making so many OJ jokes. I mean, at the time, that was the biggest news story. Like the OJ trial was on every channel. There was something that was on 24/7, and he made a lot of OJ jokes. And Don Ohlmeyer, he was I think he was the CEO of NBC at the time, and he was friends with OJ Simpson. And he didn't appreciate all the O.J. Simpson jokes. So he fired Norm Macdonald from the show. It's funny. I saw a clip of after the acquittal of O.J. Simpson, the first joke that Norm Macdonald told on Weekend Update was he goes, "Well, it's official. Murder is legal in California."
Oh my god! Yeah, one of the jokes he told for the Weekend Update was he says, "Oh yeah, O.J. Simpson, he wrote a book, and he's the one to tell everyone that he would have died for Nicole. He would have jumped in front of a bullet." And he goes, "Man, that's a tough break because the guy that would die for you also killed you." I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Yeah, he let OJ have it. It was insane.
Oh yeah, OJ, and then there was a lot of David Hasselhoff jokes.
Yeah, and I think I saw he also did an impression of Burt Reynolds, which I don't know if it was I'm too young to have seen anything that with Burt Reynolds in it.
His Burt Reynolds was always on the Celebrity Jeopardy with Will Ferrell, and he was the foil to Alex Trebek, along with Daryl Hammond's Sean Connery.
Oh yeah, but I mean, yeah. Go ahead, Juan. Sorry.
Didn't Burt Reynolds actually come on an SNL while he was doing his impersonation, or?
I think that's happened a couple times. I know Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro came on when Jim Brewer and somebody was doing a Robert De Niro impression, but they confronted them, on their show about their impressions. So
yeah, I saw it. One of those clips, like 10 celebrities that went on SNL while they're being impersonated, and I could have sworn Burt Reynolds was one of them, but I'm not 100% sure.
It's funny. Norm Macdonald got fired from SNL, but then a year later, they asked him to host.
Yeah,
and he does this monologue about how he gets fired from SNL because they told him he wasn't funny, and he goes, "Well, that's fair enough. It's a comedy show. You need to be funny." Yeah. And then he goes, "But then they asked me to come back a year later." And then he goes, "A year isn't enough time for a dude to become really funny." And he goes, "I didn't get funnier. The show blows."
Was he? Do you know if he was Canadian? Was he Canadian?
Yeah, he was Canadian. He did stand up. He started in stand up, and then I think he wrote for Roseanne in the early part of his career.
Yeah. Now I know I found out about Norm Macdonald when I watched that movie Dirty Work like many years ago, and then I kind of like backtracked his work and SNL, and that didn't get me into SNL, but I was like, oh, this movie's hilarious because it's kind of full of adolescent humor, just really dumb, raunchy stuff happening. But that's how I discovered him. Did you ever see him perform, Jay, since you're in the comedy circuit?
I never saw him perform live. I saw a couple of his specials. I've heard his bit that he does on Star Search. And I remember a friend of mine said he saw Norm Macdonald perform live and he didn't like him at all, but I think it's because, and this is from rumors, that Norm Macdonald likes to bomb. He
Really?
likes to go on stage and just, kind of tell the jokes that he likes to tell, and he doesn't really care about the audience's reaction to it.
Yeah, I did. Again, like just in kind of going through the article that you had sent, it does he doesn't like to pander his jokes. He just kind of goes up, he tells the jokes he likes, and if you like them, great. If you don't like them, well, then obviously you don't get him. So it's kind of an interesting attitude as a comic, especially someone who is, very well known, to just kind of not give a shit about the audience.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of notable appearances on TV, like a lot of Conan, David Letterman. He did the last stand-up set on David Letterman's last show, and after he did his set, he got emotional, and he was talking about how he loves David Letterman, and David Letterman was the first, he's like one of the stand-ups that he saw when he was in Toronto or Canada, and he just loved him. He actually told a David Letterman joke, and he just said, "Oh, David Letterman, I love you," and it was really emotional, and it was really nice.
I did see that when I did see that again. It was a part of the little video tribute they put together for him on YouTube, and it's just crazy to think, because 61 is not very old. 61,
No.
it's very elderly and experienced, but it's not old. Like, I would never have thought that. I didn't know anything was going on with him, if I'm being honest. I just thought he kind of had faded into the background, probably was doing background stuff, but no, he had a whole thing going on. It's funny because one of the clips that they showed in this little tribute to him was about how he's like people don't just get sick and die anymore. They have to they go to battle. And it's like, you can't just be old and get sick and die. He's like, you get cancer, you go to battle with cancer, and then you lose your battle to cancer. And he goes, well, but hold on a minute. Now, if now when you die, the cancer dies at the same time. So if anything, that's a draw with cancer.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of cancer did he die of?
I don't know. I don't think that's something that they released. I don't know.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Juan.
Was it one of those things where he truly kept it secret, or only his close personal friends and
I don't know.
in the industry?
Considering that I just found out yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and say that only his close personal friends knew.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people were shocked. Nobody was like, "Oh, yeah, that was happening." No, I think everyone was pretty shocked.
No, but like like the Sandlers of the world or the David Spades, do you think they knew, or do you think they were as shocked as the rest of us?
I don't know. If we were friends with them, we could probably ask them. But
yeah.
Oh, let me call them up right now.
Yeah,
are you going to?
Yes.
Okay. We will wait. But in the meantime, yeah, I honestly I don't know. And if they did know, they respected his privacy enough to kind of keep it in their circle. So,
that's something that wasn't even leaked. You know, like
yeah. It's especially in like today's day, like they didn't get like an iCloud photo of some bullshit. It's like I don't know if you remember when Chadwick Boseman was going through his stint. He did a movie, and then they had caught some video of him looking real thin and ill. And he was like, "No, man, nothing's going on. This is for a role." And then it turns out like he had passive cancer too. So it's like, for it to stay within his circle of whoever, then more power to them. And he's surrounded by his family. So it is what it is. But anywho, yeah. That was like that. I couldn't really find any news, and then Jay had sent that, and I was like, man, we should talk. We can get a little bit out of that. But anywho, Juan, are you okay, man? Are you good? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
We haven't checked in with you in a while. I mean, the last time you're here, you were ready to quit the show.
That's every episode, Sean. That's every episode.
Yeah.
That's
keep
my
coming
secret gap.
back. You keep coming back.
That's my secret. No, I'm good. Good. I'm just a bit tired, but good. Yesterday, the family and I went to Oogie Boogie's Bash at California Adventure. Mm-hmm. Kids had fun. We walked out with a shit ton of candy. Not worth the money we paid, but in the kids' mind, they had fun. So that was worth it, but not the candy.
Was it free?
No, I mean you pay your ticket to California Adventure for this event. It's a 5-hour event, and the reason I said the whole not worth the money is because somebody in line for one of the trick or treat trails was like, and this is where we make up our money, because you can walk out with huge bags of freaking candy, but you're essentially walking out with like $20-$30 worth of candy, and you're paying $100 and something for the ticket. And I got to ride the web slinger ride.
Oh, nice. It's a stupid question, but when you go to these type of events, are there more adults there than kids?
It's mixed. It's a mix. There's definitely a lot of the Disney foamers like myself. But no, there's a
what did you
mix.
call yourself?
Foamer.
Disney foamer?
Yeah.
What does that
mean? Does that mean? Yeah. Can you explain what that means?
Yeah, it means that you're such a big fan, you're foaming at the mouth.
For Disneyland?
Yeah, well, I use that term for not just Disney shit.
I'm surprised.
Other stuff.
I'm surprised you didn't call it.
I know. I think I took that from another person.
I'm surprised you didn't call it Disney FOMO.
That's fear of missing.
Yeah. But last time you thought it was.
I learned that.
I know.
Remember?
Last time you thought it was foaming at the mouth. That's why I thought you would have called it.
No, but it was a healthy thing. But it was fun, and I think because of COVID, they didn't overpack it or oversell it. So it was good. We waited 30 minutes for the web slinger ride, which is a cute ride, and all kids got to ride it, which was pretty cool.
Nice. How about you, Jay? How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I watched Ted Lasso.
What's Ted Lasso?
It's on Apple TV Plus, and it's Jason Sudeikis, and he plays a American football coach who goes to the UK to coach a soccer team, and it's surprisingly very good.
I've been hearing really good things about Ted Lasso for as long as it's been out. Not necessarily friend of the show, but it's someone that we all know. Too Much Party, Little Robot.
What I do, motherfuckers? Shot. Don't be a bitch.
He has been raving about Ted Lasso and trying to get us to watch it. Us as in like our social group to watch it for like ever since it debuted. And we're like, I'll get around to it. So Jay, you are officially the second person I know aside from Apple to tell me to watch Ted Lasso.
I didn't have high expectations for it because, there's a lot of stuff on Apple TV Plus that I'm just not interested in watching, and I've heard really good things about Ted Lasso. So I watched the first episode and I immediately loved it. It was fantastic. Like the characters are so good. They're rich and there's so much depth to them. And it's really funny. Like it's really well acted. The lady boss for the soccer team, she was also the shame lady in Game of Thrones.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll probably have to give it a try, at least one or two episodes. I myself am in the middle of rewatching all of my adolescent shows, and I have just started my rewatch of Smallville. This is all started because of The Matrix. So the Matrix trailer came out. You're gonna say something, Juan?
Yeah. Do you want season 9 of Smallville?
Yeah, I would love to have my Blu-ray back, but no.
I thought you said fuck it because you bought it digitally.
I did buy it. It was on sale for like $50 during the pandemic. Anyway, but I started kind of my rewatch of my adolescent love of TV shows, and the Matrix trailer kind of took me back to being 13 and wondering what the hell the Matrix was. And during that same time, I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer because that was on the air at the time. And then I watched Smallville, then Dawson's Creek. I have a list of shows I will go through, and
Are you depressed?
No, I just was like, the Matrix just was like, oh man, I should watch the Matrix. Oh man, I should watch Smallville. Oh man, I should watch. And so now I'm just kind of like, it just kind of kicked off my inner child's, like,
This retroactive TV watching binge.
Yeah, I usually.
Speaking of shows that you guys grew up with or loved, did you guys know they remade The Wonder Years?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have Bruton Gaster in it.
Yeah, that's what the billboard caught my eye, and I'm like, wait, Wonder Years, really?
I honestly thought they already did that with Everybody Hates Chris.
See, I never watched it. Everybody Hates Chris. I didn't realize that it was similar to the Wonder Years at all. But I guess
Chris Rock does the voiceover, and he's reminiscing about his time in like Queens or New York.
Bed-Stuy, Do or Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. This one looks very color purpley. It's like I feel like
it premieres later this month, right?
I have no idea. I've done zero research into it, Juan. I thought you bringing it up would have more information.
No, I think it premieres September 23rd, and I'm actually interested to see it.
Are they paying you? Are you being paid to?
No. I literally been seeing buses drive with the Wonder Years, and I thought, oh, maybe they're doing a reunion episode. And then today I saw a billboard. No, because the buses don't have any contents. It's just a kid being shot from behind with his arms up in the air riding a bike, and I'm like, that doesn't look like Kevin. And then
no, it doesn't.
Trayvon, maybe.
And then I'm like trying to figure it out. And then today I'm driving and I see a poster or a billboard, with the family, and it says Wonder Years, and I go, that's Dooley Hill. And I go, wait a minute, it's a reboot. So I'm kind of interested to see it just because I like Dooley Hill.
I'm glad their ad campaign has hooked you.
Yeah.
Kid.
Well, I also love the original Wonder Years. I really did. It was one of my favorite shows as a kid.
Dude, a little bit of research shows that Fred Savage directed the pilot. So,
He does do directing nowadays, yes.
Yeah. So hey, look at him. Kevin. That was his name in the original show, right? Kevin
Arnold.
Yeah,
Kevin Arnold.
Look at him. He's getting he's found a way to ring that old the money tile out.
No, he's been a successful director for quite some time, man.
Can you name four
what
movies?
has he directed?
Yeah, can you?
Mainly TV shows, but I think he did one of the Daddy Daycares, either the TV show or I can't remember. And I think he directed a couple episodes of Boy Meets World as well for his brother, and he also guest starred in a couple episodes of Boy Meets World.
Well, yes, he did. He was on an episode of Boy Meets World where he propositions Topanga as her.
No, it doesn't proposition. Makes a move on Topanga, and it backfires on him, and he's like, "You're gonna pay for this shit." After I think he gets punched either by Corey or Sean.
Yes, he. So I'm very confused about what you mean by. Okay, so anyway, Juan, I'm surprised you knew this much about Fred Savage's career.
I like Fred Savage and Ben Savage a lot.
Why?
Them Savage brothers.
Because I grew up with the Wonder Years. I also grew up with Little Monsters. And then I really loved Boy Meets World. So my world was shocked when I found out that they were really brothers and they were brothers in real life. Yeah, fuck you.
Really?
Yeah, fuck you, Sean.
I apologize for having you go into detail about the thing that you love so much. It's fine. It's fine. But speaking of things that we love so much,
well, actually, one more thing. I saw the message from Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Juan, I don't remember if I cut this out of the last episode. I think I did because you took us off. You took us on a fucking journey down like left field.
Thank you. That's what I do best.
But yeah,
I'll be here Monday through Friday.
Yeah, man. Steve from Blue's Clues. Now,
I don't know how I feel about it, because I don't have a connection to Blue's Clues at all. When it came out, I was already an adult, and I never watched Blue's Clues, so I don't have any like nostalgia for it. But I was watching this, and he's talking to all the kids that are all grown ups now about how he left the show, and how he's better, and hey man, I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I'm glad we're still friends. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is very strange, and so it is pandering to the Generation Z, like the oldest of Generation Z and the youngest of the millennial generation. I know of Steve from Blue's Clues because I have nieces and nephews who are now like full grown adults who used to watch Steve. And so like me as a babysitter, I go, yeah, man, watch Blue's Clues. And I would watch it. And then one day he just fucking disappeared. Now for me, I just go, all right, whatever. Like, fucking Barney got too old. He's gone. Now I don't really give a shit. But apparently that was very devastating for these kids. Like they didn't.
I babysat my nephews and niece, and it was a household thing, but he didn't just disappear. He went off to college. He said the appropriate goodbyes.
Yeah, I get that, but to make to send out a message like 20 years later, and
I thought it was the 25th anniversary.
I don't know. I don't know the exact lineage or the timeline or whatever, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's like if like Pee Wee Herman did a YouTube video and was like, "Hey, remember that time I got caught in a theater and
yeah,
I wasn't on TV anymore?"
No, but it's not like his own free will type of thing. It's the show is coming back, so there's going to be a third host, and they were doing a special 20th or 25th anniversary where they brought all three hosts. So given the Steve character and how he interacted with Blue and the kids, it was very fitting for him to do that type of thing, because yes, even though he did say his goodbyes and everything, he essentially left the show because he left to college and then came back later on in a cameo because he was a private detective, and he was wearing his detective hat. One of the biggest fears in real life why he left the show is he wanted to focus on other stuff in his life, like music and shit like that. But he was also going bald, and one of his biggest fears was he didn't want to be seen going bald as the years went by. So that's why he came back in that video with a cool baseball cap.
Well, I get that, but it's just kind of a weird video. It's just like, hey, I know I was here for a while, but now I left for about 20.
That's because you and Sean have no fucking emotions.
No, it's shot.
I thought it was
it's shot so intimately. It's like, hey guys, I want to talk to you for just for a minute. I'm sorry I left you.
I know I left and said I was getting a pack of smokes and a gallon of milk and never came back.
Yeah. And then he goes, "Hey, you look good, by the way." I was like, "Oh, okay."
It's like, "Oh, wait. He's being creepy." He's like, "I'm 18 now, so now he's hitting on me." Fucking weirdo. Well,
so Cantley, you made it seem like Steve is hitting on people, going, "Hey, you look great," but no, it's a touching moment that he had. And mind you, I wasn't like a big fucking Blue's Clues fan, because I actually hated it, because that's all those kids can watch when they were growing up. And I really hated it's a clue bullshit. But I thought it was a nice video and a touching one.
No, I don't know. I think that's what the intention was, but I don't know. It just seemed a little weird to me, I mean, I don't have a connection to Blue's Clues. But I don't know. It's just a little weird.
I think it was just weird because it was just so off left. It was like off into from left field that, like, I get the intention. I see the reason why it happened. I understand why it happened. I get it. It makes sense, but it's a little creepy. And also, Steve hit on me. So should I tell the teacher? Should I show you on the doll where you touch me? I don't understand.
I think you're a little bit too old to run and tell the teacher.
You don't know. You don't know. But yeah, man. Yeah. You guys have anything else going on?
Yeah, I would like to officially apologize to Julio.
Why?
Our good friend of the show, for being a douchebag to him since the podcast started. and he turns around and does something very nice and makes a character of all three of us that came out very nicely. And I feel bad for being a jackass to him, so I will be nice to him for 5 minutes starting now. So fuck you, Julio. Shit.
Okay.
You couldn't even make it to 5 minutes.
No, but have you shared it already, Sean?
No.
To the public, or
No. It was. It will come out with this episode. It'll come out with this episode. I'll update the artwork on the socials because I feel like it is a very fun caricature. I think it captures Juan's little eyes. It does.
I do have little beady eyes, don't I?
Yes, as long
That look normal with the heavy prescription that I wear.
the future prescription, is that what you wear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But thank you, Julio. It is a very cool, very cool caricature.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it was unsolicited, and he sent it out, and he's like, "Yeah, I did the Pep Boys for you guys."
Yeah, it's he gave me. I'm losing my hair. He gave me more hair than I probably have. So thanks, Julio. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate the hairline for me. It's great.
Yeah. Oh man. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about. So last week or like a week and a half ago, I can't remember when we talked about it. We talked about Blank Man, and so then a friend of the show, Herbert, who was on for a little bit, had brought up some offbeat superheroes that we all kind of love. Now I don't know if you guys had a chance to go through the list. But there's some here that I didn't realize were actually like some celebrities who have portrayed superheroes. Like Rainn Wilson, I didn't know he had done a movie where he was a superhero.
Yeah, that's a James Gunn movie. It's really dark.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah, I watched it. I didn't know what to expect from it. I saw it and it's really dark. Like. It goes to some really, really dark places in this movie. And by the end of it, I was like, oh, geez.
The movie's called Super, right? Super?
Yeah. It has it has some of the violence from like the Suicide Squad, but it's not done comically.
Oh, it is just dramatic. Like violence.
It's an indie superhero movie. Like it's good. It's just really, really dark.
Oh, awesome. Juan, how about you, man? You had any offbeat superheroes that aren't directly off comic book pages that you like?
Well, looking through the list, I really liked Hancock a lot. I really did. But I don't know enough if this is a comic superhero, but back when I was growing up, there was a movie that I loved, and it was kind of like a superhero, Darkman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Darkman.
Yeah, I really loved that one. And I know there were sequels that spawned off of that, but the funny thing is I say I really loved it, but I never have gone back to see it again. And I do like The Crow a lot too.
The Crow, the Crow is good. I think The Crow has the Dark Knight syndrome, where it's a good, interesting film, but I think it was kind of made more famous by the death of Brandon Lee.
The Curse of the Dragon. Yeah.
On the Curse of the Dragon. Is that?
No, that's what it was called. Because they said that Bruce Lee was cursed, and that's why all the male Lees perished. I mean, Bruce Lee died at a young age, and Brandon Lee died on set at a young age.
I don't know. I think that's just tragically coincidental.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe so. I don't think their house was actually cursed.
I really liked the Mystery Men.
Yes.
I would love to see a James Gunn reboot of the Mystery Men.
I've never seen the Mystery Men.
You've never?
It's so great.
It's great, man. It's
I've only seen clips of it because of it always playing on City Walk.
No, Mystery Man is great, man. It is probably one of my favorite like rando superhero movies. I went to go see this in the theater at a double feature with Deep Blue Sea. It's that movie with LL Cool J and Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
That's where Samuel L. Jackson is giving like a big speech, and then the shark comes out and just eats him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. The shark swim backwards. That's how you know that they are smarter than the average shark.
The sharks what?
They swim backwards. The sharks swim backwards, and they go. That's how you know they're smarter than the average shark, because apparently sharks don't swim backwards.
Yeah.
No, but
That was also
mystery.
a prequel to Sharknado.
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
No, but Mystery Men was fantastic.
Ben Stiller's in it, right?
Ben Stiller, William H. Macy, Greg Kinnear, Janine Garofalo, Hank Azaria,
Yeah, Hank Azaria and
Kel Mitchell.
Yes, Kel Mitchell, but Hank Azaria, I can't remember his fucking name, but he throws silverware.
Yeah, he's the God, I want to.
And Greg Kinnear plays Captain Amazing, which is basically like this. He would be more recognizable as Homelander with a bunch of fucking sponsor patches on him.
Yeah, and Paul Rubens played the Spleen.
The Spleen. Oh my god! Again, it says some ridiculous jokes. It has this joke here where William H. Macy goes, "We need to triangulate," and Paul Rubin goes, "Isosceles or equilateral." It's a stupid fucking joke, but it gets me every fucking time.
Hank Azaria played the Blue Raja.
Yes, the
Blue Raja.
And then Ben Stiller's character is just able to get really, really angry. That's
Mr. Furious.
That's his.
Didn't one of them have a bowling ball?
Yeah, that was Janine Garofalo. She was the bowler. I think
Yeah.
the ghost of her father resided in her bowling ball, and
did.
she could throw it.
Yeah, and Kel Mitchell can only go invisible if no one was looking at him.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, and at the end of the movie, it actually fucking works. It's fucking great. Spoiler: if you've ever seen Mystery Men, it is a great, fun little watch. The quirky little comedy. It's great. It is absolutely great.
It's so fantastic. I love it. I have it on DVD. It's great.
Man, I have it on DVD. I bought it on DVD. I think when Blockbuster was closing, because they had all these all this stuff on sale. It's a good movie, man. I can't believe you've never seen it, Juan. I think you should make time to watch it.
I only knew about it because I think one of the Smash Mouth videos started off with a clip of Mystery Men
it was
when they're auditioning people.
It was All Star.
Yep.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna.
Here I was thinking it was just for Shrek. Another movie that's on here is The Toxic Avenger. Do you guys ever see that movie?
No. When I was a kid, I remember it being on TV, but I never watched the entire movie. Well, one, because I think I was kind of grossed out by the visuals, and I never had the desire to watch it.
Yeah, it's that movie's fucking ridiculous. But for whatever reason, it got really, really popular. And I remember playing this game on Sega. Like, we played a Toxic Avenger game on Sega when we were kids, and I was just like, you're walking around with a mop just beating the shit out of people because like that's just what he did. Yeah,
there was a animated series, The Toxic Avenger.
That is true. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about it. There's The Toxic Avenger, I don't think was a kid's movie. And Juan, you should play Google right now and look up the rating for Toxic Avenger of 1984.
I actually have permission to do it.
You're a grown-ass man. You can do whatever you want.
When have we ever told you not to do anything?
It's not that we said no. It's just that you're going
to do it anyway. So
yeah. In fact, how did you find out all that Fred Savage information? Did you just have it at the top of your head?
That's weird.
Yeah, weirdo.
That's weird to have all that Fred Savage trivia just resting on the top of your brain.
Weirdo.
Again, I'm a big fan.
I mean, I liked Fred Savage too, but I don't remember everything that he's done. He was in The Princess Bride.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the kid that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that is right.
Wait, what did Jay just say?
That Fred Savage was in The Princess Bride.
Yes.
Thank you for agreeing with the conversation we had 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, he was the grandson.
Yeah, who played the grandfather again?
I
can't remember.
I don't remember, but when I watched Deadpool 2 or Once Upon a Deadpool, I didn't understand why he had kidnapped Fred Savage. And when the pandemic happened, I made an agreement with someone that I would watch The Princess Bride if they watched some like stupid sci-fi movie that I had watched. I think it was called like Code 8 or Arc or something on Netflix.
That was when we first started recording the podcast.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger was rated R.
Okay, well, see, there it is. I shouldn't have watched it as a kid. It makes a lot of sense. And so another list that I had found, that Kick-Ass is as one of the offbeat heroes, which in hindsight, like, yeah, it's actually really, really cool. And I think I can't think of her name now, but the little girl in that movie,
Chloe Grace Moretz.
She played Hit Girl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's fucking really, really badass in that movie. And that movie had Nicolas Cage, who was basically like that universe's fucking Batman. It's it's crazy.
It was Big Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was. Have you read the comic Kick-Ass?
Yeah, I did.
It's really dark.
It is really dark and very violent, and it's one of the it's the same thing with like any comic book adaptation of a movie of a character that's violent like that. You go, oh yeah, this is pretty bad, and you read the comic, you go, holy fuck, like
like they toned it down a lot.
Yeah, and because that kid Kick-Ass, he gets fucked up. he gets fucking like basically crumpled like paper and then put back together. It is bad.
Yeah, I think that's what his superpower was, his resilience.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, after he got out of the hospital, he basically had like all this fucking nerve damage. He couldn't feel shit.
Yeah.
They also on this other list, they also have The Mask as an offbeat, as a unlikely hero, and I go, that is absolutely true. If you remember the opening scenes of The Mask, when he puts on the mask, he goes, with these powers, I could be a superhero, but instead he goes to the fucking club and tries to woo Cameron Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen The Mask.
Oh my fucking
kidding,
God.
right?
You have never.
I can't tell if he's kidding or making fun of me.
What? How is that making fun of you if I've never seen The Mask?
Because it's a movie that I feel like everybody's seen.
I find it hard to believe you've never seen The Mask. It's like the Mask is one of
Jim Carrey's.
Yeah, it's a Jim Carrey. I feel like it's a classic. It came out right in that sweet spot of time as a kid where I was able to watch Ace Ventura 2, The Mask, and Liar
Dumb
Liar.
and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, it was right at the peak of his comedic career, and that's when he was like being typecast as the flamboyant,
the
rubber face guy.
Yeah. Well, I just never got around to see it.
Well, it's if you got like an hour and a half, it's a good watch. It's fun. It's Jim Carrey.
Skip the sequel.
Yeah, don't watch The Son of the Mask, but I mean the mask. It even spun like a cartoon series. A cartoon series. Just Ace Ventura had a cartoon series. It's a good like hour and a half comedy.
Ace Ventura had a cartoon series?
Did. Dumb and Dumber had a cartoon series.
Oh, they did. Fuck, man. Jim Carrey, he was on fire. He
was killing it, dude.
Yeah, yeah, man. You should when you got like an hour and a half, watch it. It's good. It's good. Juan, you should also watch the last one we just talked about.
Mystery Man.
I'll watch it once Jay sees The Mask.
No, you're
Sean,
lying.
have you ever watched Galaxy Quest?
I have. It's been a long time, but I have seen it.
I love Galaxy Quest.
It's that is the movie where Severus Snape and I want to say Sigourney Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
They are captured by aliens who replicated their ship from the show called Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, because they thought they were historical documents and they were all real. So they built their whole society on a TV show.
Yeah. Man, it's been a while. The sad thing is that I've watched Battleship Earth when I could have watched Galaxy Quest, and I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. I don't remember why I watched Battleship Earth.
Battleship Earth, the John Travolta film?
Yeah, the Scientology movie.
Oh, Battlefield Earth.
Yes, Battlefield Earth. I don't know why I rewatched it, but I did. Like more recently than I've seen Galaxy.
I haven't even seen it, man.
It's stupid.
That's what I've heard.
It's stupid.
I've heard it's a waste.
But
Jay and I know the screenwriter for it, right?
R.L. Stein? I don't know.
No. It's the writer is the movie's based off fucking Ron L. Hubbard.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, but the screenwriter was what's the comedian's name? Jake Shapiro.
I don't remember.
You don't remember him?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
I don't know who it is. So hey, whatever. But yeah,
I only remember because he had a joke about having Battlefield Earth under his credits,
well,
and it wasn't that great of a joke.
I mean, a lot of people know about it. So even if it was terrible, at the end of the day, he still has a terrible movie that everyone knows. So how many terrible movies did you make that everyone knows? Like it's like Tommy Wiseau and The Room. Like The Room is terrible, but now it's like probably making them millions of dollars.
The Room is terrible, but good. You know, like it's good because it's terrible.
Yeah. It's I think it lives in a little space of its own, just like Battlefield Earth. Anyway,
I think that's a great topic of conversation. Terrible but good movies that we've seen.
My list of I think my list of those are just a bunch of terrible movies because I have horrible taste. But I have a lot of terrible movies that I've seen. Yes, we can veer a whole nother conversation out of these guys. But before we do that, I wanted to talk to you guys about old toys, like old toys that you guys were super into. This came about because I was talking to another friend of the show who contacts us quite often. Well, at least I think he contacts a little bit more often. But but he had talked about like we should do a review of old toys. Now, the first thing that came to mind when I thought about this was creepy crawlers. You guys remember that?
Yes.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, I never owned a creepy crawler. That a cousin had owned the thing of creepy crawlers. But for those who aren't familiar, it was essentially like an easy bake oven of like for
Stick on
like bugs and worms and all kinds of. You melt your little gelatin down, and then it would become millipedes, centipedes, whatever. And it was like a very coveted toy. Like when I was a kid, it was like, oh man, you have creepy crawlers? Yeah, we're gonna make fucking bugs and like throw them everywhere. You can melt them down and then do it again. It was a whole thing. Now I sent you guys a list of these to kind of refresh your memory if you didn't have any that you could think of. But is there anything that comes to mind when we talk about these old nostalgic toys?
Dude, I was going through the list, and some of them I own, and some of them I really, really wanted. But I was like feeling old, like, man, these toys came out a long time ago. But like the Tamagotchi, I remember that one. Fucking Stretch Armstrong, Pogs were on the list.
What the fuck was Stretch Armstrong made out of? Because I feel like he's just a big
rubber, and it was like flour inside of it.
Rubber and flour.
I don't think that's right.
No, it was like a sand or flour inside.
I don't know. I just felt like he wasn't really stretchy as much as he was.
It's like bags of sand.
Steve Carell, is that you?
Yeah, I never owned a Stretch Armstrong, but I had cousins that did, and I think we may have ripped one or two of them.
Yeah, I just whenever I think of Stretch Armstrong, I never wanted a Stretch Armstrong. We were really into Pogs as kids. We collected Pogs.
Slammers.
Yeah, we played people for Pogs. We played for Slammers. It was like a thing. Like, that one kid with the fucking 6 foot tall Pog holder. That was a fucking thing.
I put it in my Pogs in binders, man.
No, I was never good enough at Pogs to have more than like maybe 10 at a time. Did you ever make your own Slammer? No. Again, I wasn't good enough at Pogs, and we were poor, so I didn't really buy any Slammers. So,
well, no. I'm talking about making your own Slammer because you couldn't buy a Slammer or you didn't have a good Slammer, so you took like a couple Pogs and taped them together to make a Slammer.
No, man,
that's pretty low budget, dude.
This guy, he's going MacGyver.
I grew up in Mexico in the height of the Pogs, man. And we used to get them for free in the chip bags. And then if you bought the bigger chip bags, which we couldn't afford, you got the Slammers.
Did you trade your rabbits for them?
Yeah, fuck
you. What's crazy, what's also on this list is that they fucking have Game Boy Color as like a toy that everybody wanted in like 1998. Here I am like fucking coveting a fucking regular ass Game Boy. And the Game Boy Color in 1998 is the thing everybody wanted.
Yeah, it's so I had the original Game Boy, the green screen.
Yeah, I got a hand-me-down Game Boy. one of my cousins had gotten a Game Gear, which took like 1 million fucking batteries, and so I got the hand-me-down Game Boy from him.
Yeah, I played the shit out of Tetris.
Yes, Tetris. Fuck, man. I had this other game. I had a Power Rangers game. Power Rangers come out with a game, and I had gotten that. I think I'd even played that Bugs Bunny's Castle game on Game Boy when I was a kid, too.
The one that LeBron played before his coach threw it in the garbage.
Yeah, it's man, it's crazy that was even on here. Of course, this list has Power Ranger stuff, but the other one that was super popular that I remember that everybody wanted was a Talk Boy and a Talk Girl. You guys remember those?
No.
Were those the gray recorders?
Yeah, it was. They're made.
I wanted them.
They're made popular by Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone 2 because he.
Yes.
Because he had essentially. Have you never seen Home Alone 2, Jay?
I have.
Yeah, you don't remember? He basically books in a hotel room by recording his dad's voice and then playing it back to the receptionist in order to get his way. And it was one of those things that like it was almost seemingly like future technology because it was handheld, it was portable, it had a microphone that you could stick out. And my cousin when I was a kid, he had gotten a Talk Boy for Christmas, and he was that kid on the street. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, he got a Talk Boy? Yeah, he got a Talk Boy. And he would just go and record people's voices and replay it to reenact that scene from Home Alone. Because
so weird.
Yeah, but it was like, it was a thing. I just remember everyone was so fucking so happy about it. I got, for Christmas once, I got this thing called a 2XL. It is essentially
a shirt?
No. Yes.
You got a 2XL shirt, Sean?
Yeah, I have several of them now. It's great. But 2XL was a little robot. You would put a tape in its chest, and it would read to you a story.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's like a
the Teddy Ruxpin of the future.
yeah. It was. But I had gotten the book that had come with it was from that like really bad Dennis Hopper Mario movie. So it came with like a glow in the dark map and everything, and it was. Fuck, man, it was crazy to have.
They also had the Etch-a-Sketch on there.
Yeah, Etch-a-Sketch, it's still fun. Like, I could kill like an hour or two with just fucking around with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, I can make dope stairs.
Yeah, I tried to make a circle once and I gave up. So yes, I make a square. I can make 2 squares. I can make 3 squares overlapping. I can make lines go left to right.
There was a toy that I wanted, but I never got. It was Light Bright. Have you ever heard of Light Bright?
Yeah, really?
Yeah. It's you can kind of make like pictures and like words with like little lights that you put on like a canvas board or something, and it lights up.
Yeah. We bought like a little knockoff version at this store called 5 and Below for my daughter not that long ago. But yeah, I didn't realize, man.
You know what? Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Juan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I always wanted X-Men toys, and my parents had gotten me these X-Men toys. I don't know if you guys know this, but Cyclops is one of my favorite characters, only because I wear glasses and he has glasses on. But he also has cool ass laser beam powers that come from his eyes.
Yeah,
Anywho,
and he's also a dick.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, anyway, before I get too far off subject on how cool Cyclops is. But my parents had gotten me these little X-Men figurines that had projectors in their chest. And I haven't been able to find them ever, but they had just random scenes from the 90s X-Men TV show that you could play. And they weren't necessarily like figurines that you could like make, fight, and do stuff. But I was like, I was very excited to have these X-Men toys. It was crazy.
When I was a kid, I had GoBots. They were like the knockoff Transformers, and they also had a cartoon show. I had Scooter and I think Leader One, and I remember I took it to, I don't know, some kid's birthday party, and then I lost them, and then I was devastated that I lost those because they were toys. They're cheap, like plastic action figures, but I don't know, because I couldn't afford. My parents couldn't afford like Transformers toys for me, so the GoBots were a cheaper alternative. And I was like, I have something similar to Transformers, but not like Transformers.
Yeah, I think that fuels most of my purchases. Like like most of my impulse purchases. I'm like, man, I really want this this stupid like collectible. And it's like, well, I guess I can just buy it now because I'm an adult. Before, when I was a kid, I couldn't have any of this stuff. So like, I for example, I just found this X-Men projector toy, the exact one that I had when I was a kid, and it's $35. Now, I don't need this thing, but I mean, why not?
You know, the cool thing is right now there's a resurgence of all these toys being re-released to like Walmart. Like I went and they had a bunch of these old Ghostbuster toys that I wanted, all these Master of the Universe toys that I either had or wanted as a kid.
Was it was it the real Ghostbusters toys?
Or the Ghostbusters.
Or the Ghostbusters. I'm being serious. Was it the real Ghostbusters or the Ghostbusters toy?
Go Ghostbusters.
My point, yeah. My point is, Juan, is that I also went to Walmart and saw these real Ghostbusters toys and said, I'm gonna need all of these. And I bought all of them.
Okay. Did you really buy them?
I did. They're sitting in my display. You've been here multiple times. I think I'm sure I'm showed them to you.
Did you buy No, you haven't. Did you buy the Ghost Radar or whatever it was?
The PKE meter? Yes, I did. It's sitting on my shelf as well.
What about the Ghost Trap?
Did you buy that one? Buy the Ghost Trap. I did not.
You did not?
I held back at the Ghost Trap.
Yeah, I wanted all of them. In fact, for Halloween, I was talking to my wife. I want to dress up as a Ghostbuster, but if I do it, I wanted to do it with a good proton pack, none of this inflatable bullshit.
You go on Etsy, man. You can find yourself a really well made proton pack.
You can look like one of the kids on Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's true, man. You should also. It's Halloween time. I'm sure there's reasonable ones coming up. Anyway, yeah. But I didn't mean to cut you off, Juan. But you were saying you had all these toys, and you could find all those in Mexico.
All the good toys I had were when I was growing up here in the States, and in Mexico, I got introduced to real bootleg shit, not like the shit that you're talking about, like, oh, we got GoBots. No, I got the pirated Power Rangers toys and shit like that. They were still called Power Rangers, but they were made by
they were called some Thunder Troopers.
No,
they came in.
This is before the whole licensing shit really came down on pirated shit. Like in Mexico, you could buy Power Rangers, but it was like very, very cheaply made. But I remember as a kid growing up in Spanish, there was an anime show called Caballeros del Zodiaco, which is the knights, the Zodiac Knights. So you had like all these super beings that had like they were based on astrological signs, and the toys were kick ass. Like they had armors, and you put them together, or you can transform their armor into the zodiac sign. And the original ones were like very expensive, but then you could buy the knockoff ones for like a couple of pesos, and then you could buy the better knockoff ones that look like the original ones for slightly more, but still significantly cheaper than the original ones.
Were they just called Space Knights because they were knockoff?
Is that what? No.
Well, Juan, it sounds like you're close to being done. Well, shit, man. It was good reminiscing about old toys with you guys, but this brings us close to the part of the show where we're getting ready to close it out. But before we do, we have the gauntlet. Juan,
I didn't participate. I don't care. I lost. Fuck you. Next.
Yes, you lost. Fuck you. Jay, you are still sweeping the competition right now. The dude didn't get any fucking play at all whatsoever. Yeah, 100% of the votes was for Jay's quote.
How many people voted?
Listen, it doesn't matter about the number of votes.
No, it matters. How many?
4. Did you vote?
Nope.
That's what I thought. So, if you don't remember what Jay's quote is, it is this right here.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
Yeah, Jay, that your quote's on fire, man. It's undefeated.
That's
five
dope,
shows.
Dude.
Yeah. And the thing is, I told you, he still has 2 more. He went out and he beat this guy right here.
You want to know how I got these scars?
And he also beat this quote right here.
Well,
that's just like your opinion, man.
So he beat the dude and he beat Heath Ledger. So now Marty and Doc will go on to battle Julio, quote. I reached out to Julio, friend of the show Julio, who Juan apologized to and was nice to for all of 45 seconds, if that. And he left a quote here for it to go up against Jay. Now he had a lot of different quotes that he wanted to use, but he gave me the opportunity to choose, so I chose this one for him.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Yeah, man. That's an
scary.
Intense fucking, that's intense. Yeah, it's intense. When I was cutting it to put it on the soundboard, I was like, fuck, man, this is intense. I don't know.
Yeah,
Kinda
I'd hate to
scared.
get that phone call.
Yeah. Sir, I just want to date your daughter. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. But anyway, and I'm out. I have no more quotes. Juan and I are officially out of the running to even win anything in the gauntlet. So Jay is up against just the guest of the show now. You have 2 more guests to beat before you sweep the competition with one quote. How does that make you feel, Jay?
Makes me feel pretty fucking great, dude. I mean, it is a dope quote, though. You gotta admit, it's a pretty dope quote.
No, it is. It's funny because when I heard it, I go, "Fuck, man!" I put my stupid quote in there, the damn dirty ape ones versus that one. I didn't expect to win. I honestly expect to get a little more traction with this with the Matrix quote, but fuck me.
That's probably because you played it at the wrong time. You should have played the Matrix quote after the fucking.
Juan, you lost first, so get out. You I can't take your opinion serious. You lost first.
Fuck you, Sean.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you fucking idiot. But yeah. So Jay, you're there. You're 2 episodes away from sweeping the competition. So once this is over, what are you gonna do? You gonna go Disneyland?
I'm not a Disney foamer.
Okay, well that makes sense. Man, so all right, guys. So what will it be this week? Will it be Julio's quote from Taken? Will it be Doc and Marty taking it again for another week? Make sure to vote in the gauntlet because that is where it will be on Google Forms, or no? What is that? What is that thing? Google? Yeah, it's Google Forms. It's on Google Forms as it is always. With that said, Juan. With that said, are you done?
We all know the answer, Sean. Yes, I'm fucking done.
Okay, that's great to hear. Well, thank you for listening, everybody. You know what? Shit, man. How do you feel about Norm Macdonald passing away so early in life? And what are some offbeat superheroes that you guys are really into that you can tell us about? And lastly, what are some old school toys that you were really into that you can now buy as an adult because you have a job
and you have disposable income?
Yeah, they're pandering to us right now. Tell us, we want to know. Juan, tell them where they can find us.
Okay, guys, don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. And as always, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at INCYCSHOW. You can also email us if you want your suggestions, comments, or if you just want to be a jerk and email us. You could do it at INCYCShow@gmail.com. Or if you're too lazy to write, please leave a voicemail at the link in our show notes or at www.anchor.fm/INCYC show. Don't forget, we have merch. Hopefully we have a new design coming down the way with the new faces. If not, we still have that one shirt that neither Julio or Herbert would buy. So get your very own crying, I'm not crying, you're crying shirt on the link in the show notes. And fuck you, Sean and Julio and Jay.
Thanks, man. Thank you. You know what? Yeah. Good night. Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode, everybody. Goodbye.
Good night.
Guys, everybody.
Fuck you.